needs space. So welcome. And thank you everybody for being here. And thank you to Deepak and the Green Side, Fresh and Healthy, Myron, and the Rosebank Markers. It's wonderful to be here with all of you today. On this beautiful day, this beautiful Sunday. I can only say it's blissful to be in a beautiful full moon. And be around people that are honestly and authentically taking on their wellness. So I'm here to speak about the benefits of yoga and meditation. And when I was thinking about it, to cram so much information into 20 minutes is almost impossible. Well, it is impossible. But I think what's important is to address why now. Why now it is so important. So if I think about my journey over 30 years on the path, there were times when I knew it was really important and I knew that the practice was healthy for me, and there were times that it didn't feel as important and I sometimes wasn't as strong in my practice. But a lot of you here today will know that meditation is being pushed, and we know the science shows us now to back up the yogis and to back up the philosophies, that dealing with the frequencies and the changes on the planet right now, the massive shift that we're going through, even if you tune into the Schumann resonance or anything like that, just to deal with it, we need healthy bodies, healthy minds, healthy hearts, healthy beings and minds. And so yoga, whilst it is a beautiful practice in asana and keeps us beautifully fit and strong and flexible, opening the meridians is what we're really aiming for, working with the chakras and opening the meridians and getting flow, so that when we come into life and deal with the challenges of life and this world, this crazy world, right? it's quite a strange one at the moment. We can find the sanity in ourselves and the centering in ourselves, yeah? So opening those channels through asana, we start becoming more centered in our beings and working through the chakra system so that we are more grounded, more conscious, and we can work from the heart. We can start sitting in the heart center a little bit longer every day. And further to that, when we start working into the meridians and the opening of the channels, we can manage and deal with larger and higher frequencies, larger amounts, I should say, and higher frequencies of energy. The yogic lifestyle is also something that supports that, right? Supports our meditation in terms of being able to sit into our well-being and our health and work bit by bit, day by day, a little bit towards that higher vibration, that healthier state of being. So my work, my commitment is to bringing the practice to people in the form that they enjoy and that suits them. I mean, yoga is really about listening to your own body, mastering your own body, finding out what works for you, and tuning in to that, tuning in to the healthiest state of being for yourself. And my practice is Christ-led yoga, which is really talking to where we're encouraged to work in every single aspect of our life, which is into the heart center. Activating the heart over and over again. And we have these beautiful challenges in life. We're gifted with these heartbreaks sometimes. We look around us and, I mean, we start with gratitude, right, for what we have, but even if we look at us, there's always somebody less fortunate. There's always somebody that our empathetic heart can go out to. And life is so challenging at the moment that our heart is required and almost, it's unavoidable that it cracks open again and again and again. Or we can shut it down and go into the downward spiral, right? But the invitation through meditation and through yoga and through asana and the yogic lifestyle is that we keep opening this heart center over and over again. And so many of you would also have been, I'm sure, exposed to, everybody's talking about the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And in my practice, I like to go beyond the mind. So we work directly with the energetic. So it might be the manifest and the unmanifest, or the earth and the sky, right? Or the energetic frequencies of Ida and Pingala, the masculine energy and the feminine energy. And how we can get those balanced in our bodies. We've got these channels down either side of the spine that are dedicated either masculine and feminine, like our brain is dedicated masculine and feminine, and we want them both working as equally. So whilst our indoctrination and our planet has created this dualism, this duality, we want balance, we want to create it within ourselves. And they say become the change you want to be. So in the practice and through the practice of beautiful meditation and the yogas, we learn to activate those channels and understand them, and then balance them and let them play together beautifully and come into a creative state. With Kundalini, we actually ignite the Kundalini by bringing them together and pulling them up the spine. But the Christ consciousness practice is delicious. That invitation is to always be grounding. So we're inviting this beautiful Shakti energy from the earth, and we're working it through the Kundalini, and opening the crown and allowing this divine masculine penetration into the being. Until, as you would know, there is the Taurus and there's also the Kundalini, that the spine is now pulling energy up and receiving energy in. And the more we tune into, through meditation, the divinity of these, beyond the story, the more pure they become. And the activation is in the heart center. That is the union, through love. So I had a beautiful feedback from an amazing friend, a beloved sister of mine, talking about what is different about my practice. Christ-light yoga. And one of the things is that I do teach yoga, but I'm reminding people that the objective of yoga is actually so that we can sit in meditation longer, more deliciously, more presently. And again, in this Christ consciousness, more consistently invite this activation of the heart, so that we're naturally breathing out and in this state of love, this vibration of love, peace, equanimity, joy. And so that we can find it independently of what's going on in the world. So many of us for so long have thought that this thing that we buy will bring us happiness, or this person that we love will bring us happiness, or this food, or some sort of indulgence. And we've forgotten that we have direct contact and access to God. And I sometimes say to people, I don't have time for meditation, they say to me. So much going on, and I've got relationships and this and that, and I'm like, But you have the opportunity every day. You just need to sit for 20 minutes with the most magnificent beingness in the omniverse, in the universe, and you choose to do something else. So Ananda, right? Sananda is Yeshua as well, and Ananda is the bliss state. You speak about food. With foods you can eat these CBD products. There's ways of invoking these bliss states. But when we really get into the mastery of a healthy meditation and yoga practice, that bliss state can be activated just by sitting, just by intention. Over and over again. And yes, life happens. And you go and you get off your mat, and it might be crazy and uncomfortable and difficult and challenges, and those are your that's our medicine. And when we are able to come into presence and sit and activate those bliss states, we're able to take the medicine as a lesson, as a learning, as, oh, okay, how can I show up better? How can I be more present and more loving and kind in this situation? How can I be less resistant? We have so many excuses in South Africa and in this country to be angry, miserable, complain. That where our attention goes, energy flows, right? So if we can sit with ourselves and ignite that bliss state and find and focus our attention on what we have gratitude for. And it can be the smallest things. So when my practice is, it's very informed by the old schools of yoga, from the Iyengar vinyasas to Kundalini, and a lot of time traveling in Buddhist retreats, in ashrams. And one thing I learned, I used to do a lot of mantra, sacred music, and I studied Sanskrit, and I practiced it, and I shared it, and I loved it. There is magic in Bij syllables and Bij sounds. The seed syllables. It is very powerful. But what I noticed over time was that in our Western world, people want to meditate. Oh, let's go and sit silently. But so often, I'm just checking my time, so often we forget that prayer is like talking to God, and meditation is listening, right? And so many of us forgot how to pray. In gratitude. Yes, we have these awakenings. Oh, please, God, I need the call. Give me the job. Give me, right? But we know it's everywhere. We know that gratitude, an attitude of gratitude, will change your day. It will change your life. And so with my practice, people know I run the meditation programs, the meditation quests. I do yoga and meditation journeys, programs. I run sound bath journeys because I work with the frequency of people's beings and my being as well. We're to divine frequency. They say, Einstein said what? Frequency is the next, I can't remember the exact quote, the next medicine, the future medicine, right? So when we refine ourselves and we now go into subtle vibrations, this stuff is magic. But for me, all of it, yes, we need to look after the health of the body. Yes, we need to make sure our foods are the highest resonance that they can be. Yes, we need to do physical exercise. But my practice is that, and there's always the components. Be present. Practice being present. It's an exercise. It's a practice. It's a fitness in the breath. Have gratitude, so we tune in with gratitude. Pray. And it's the God of your understanding. You know, the cosmic birther, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, the goddess, right? The infinite knowingness, whatever word you want to use. But that presence of all that is. And sooner than later, you will realize that God is within all of us. It is everywhere. And so in prayer and gratitude, we offer our thanks and we tune in and we can ask for so much. We can ask for guidance, protection, healing, wisdom, and all that is in service of the highest, highest good. God, guide my thoughts that I may know your will. Guide my eyes that I may see your beauty. Guide my ears that I may hear your wisdom. And guide my voice and my tongue that I may speak your truth. So it is. In gratitude to all of you for being here. I think my time has run out, so I'm not going to be taking everybody into meditation. Gary, are you ready to go? How is our time? Now you're ready. Do you want a meditation? Do you want to sit with me for a few minutes? Come in a little closer and we'll put some balls on you.
Me? Gary? Yes, it's not God, it's me.
How's my time? Do we want to do a quick meditation before we start?
I think that's a challenge
Gary?
right there. I think you can sit with her and do something.
He's the next guy. If he wants to tune in first, like, I'm here. I'm
Yeah,
game.
you can do it because you're the next speaker, so it's up to you.
Are you
thank
going
you,
straight
Natalie.
in? You going straight in? I think I'll done. Oh no, I wanted you to sit with me. Just sit here with me and sit quietly with me for a few minutes.